Good evening, Belize. It's Wednesday and you're tuned into News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. Here's what's making headlines tonight. A deadly stabbing in Bella Vista has police investigating what they say was a dispute over stolen tools. We'll hear from the heartbroken family of the victim. In Belize City, officers are stepping up efforts to crack down on knife possession as stabbing cases continue to rise. Also tonight, a mechanic is behind bars accused of helping two robbers pull off a $20,000 heist from Doonies. In our 5-point breakdown, we're unpacking the Keep Call Centers in America Act and what it could mean for Belize's BPO industry. And a new tourism strategy is putting visitor safety front and center. All that and more after this short break. Don't go anywhere. News 5 starts now.
Easy, accessible, safe, yours. Digi Wallet, easy, accessible, safe, yours.
Kyle, are you ready? This Monday, August 18th, the Open Your Eyes Country Tour is coming to you live from Cajal Pet Resort in San Ignacio, Cayo, where we'll bring the vibes, the culture, and the stories that make this jewel shine. Come meet your favorite hosts, showcase your local business, enjoy live music, food, crafts, giveaways, and be part of the spotlight. It's a day to celebrate culture, explore history, and shine a light on the Cayo district like never before. Open Your Eyes Country Tour, powered by Digi. Don't miss it.
The new designs for Belize's new banknotes have been revealed. But why are only 2 national figures featured on the banknotes? The individuals honored on our new banknotes have received Belize's highest distinction, the Order of the National Hero. As of January 2025, only 2 persons have been awarded this title. The Right Honorable George Cadle Price, regarded as the father of the nation, who was the first Prime Minister of Belize and renowned leader in our road to independence, and the Honorable Philip Stanley Wilberforce Golson, one of the longest-serving members of the House of Representatives, known for his unwavering stance on protecting and preserving Belize. By featuring these heroes, we honor their invaluable contributions to the development of our nation. New look, same value, heroes' legacy. Learn more at www.centralbank.org.bz. A message from the Central Bank of Belize.
Dengue and Zika alert. Do your part by preventing mosquito breeding. The Ministry of Health reminds the public that as we enter the rainy season, be aware of the dangers of dengue, chikungunya, and Zika. These are infectious diseases that are transmitted by the bite of Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus mosquitoes. These mosquitoes are most active in early morning and late afternoon. Activities that should be done to prevent dengue and Zika include: avoid having containers that can collect water in your yard. Cover water storage containers such as drums. Change the water in flower pots every 4 or 5 days. These are ideal breeding sites for the mosquito. With the elimination of breeding sites in and around the yard, dengue and Zika can be avoided. Dengue and Zika begin with sudden onset of high fever. Other signs and symptoms include rash, joint pain, eye pain. The public is also encouraged to use mosquito repellent spray or lotion on the body or clothing. Do your part by preventing mosquito breeding. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
This is the new era of the Mexican Caribbean. A whole spectrum of colors and hues, multi-dimensional cuisine, holographic beaches. The true new era is within you.
BTB Accommodation License Renewal 2025 opens August 1st through the online portal. BTB is also having a license renewal clinic countrywide, starting August 15th in Orange Walk, then in Key Cocker, San Pedro, Hopkins, Placencia, Belize City, San Ignacio, Toledo, Corozal, and Belmopan. Remember, to successfully process your renewal at the clinic, managers with portal access must bring updated electronic copies of renewal requirements. Licenses will be ready the same day at the clinic. Accommodations operating beyond October 31st, 2025 without completing the renewal process will receive a violation ticket. As stated in Section 12.5 of the Hotels and Tourist Accommodation Act, HTAA, operating without a valid license commits an offense. For more information, please contact our compliance officers at 227-2420 extension pound 290 or email hotels@BelizeTourismBoard.org. Renew your BTB accommodations license through the online portal starting August 1st, 2025, or look out for the renewal clinic near you.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Welcome back. A family in Bella Vista Village, Toledo, is mourning the loss of 40-year-old Franklin Arraigned de Alas, killed yesterday afternoon around 2 o'clock while riding his bicycle. Relatives say the fatal encounter followed an ongoing dispute over stolen work tools and other items belonging to his father. During a physical altercation, Franklin was stabbed to the left side of his chest. His 16-year-old son was walking behind him and, according to the family, heard his father's final words. The suspect was identified only as Chavo, a Salvadoran who grew up in Belize. The investigation continues and a man is currently detained at the Independence Police Station. Here's Tanya Arceo with the following story.
Tonight, a family is mourning the loss of Franklin Arraigned de Alas, and for his 16-year-old son, that pain runs especially deep. Relatives say the teen witnessed the attack and held his father in his arms as he took his final breath. The family says Franklin had confronted the suspect about returning a stolen fertilizer pump, a water pump, and other items belonging to his father. Witnesses claim the confrontation turned physical, ending with Franklin being stabbed in the chest and struck on the legs with the flat side of a machete. Franklin's mother fled her home country nearly a decade ago, seeking safety, only to lose her only son to violence here in Belize.
Entonces mi hijo se fue y le dijo que dónde estaban sus bombas, le dijo.
Then my son left and asked him where his bombs were, and he said he didn't know. And they started fighting, and my son slipped and fell because he was wearing a sneakers, and the ground was wet. And he took out his knife and stabbed him in the heart.
No hicimos reporte. La policía.
No, we didn't file a police report. No. People talk and report crimes, but they don't take action. They want you to bring the person in and say, this is the person that robbed me. So I'm the detective. Why file a report? It's becoming like El Salvador here, because we fled from there because of the gangs and the pandillas. But you couldn't live there because you couldn't report crimes. And it's becoming like that here, because you report crimes and they don't take action.
The suspect is now in police custody in Independence Village, but relatives say no arrest can undo the pain of losing a son, a husband, and a brother.
My
son and grandson were together, but he headed a different block, and my son went the other way. so he stayed at a distance because he saw them arguing. Then, after he had stabbed him because he slipped and fell, he took out his knife and stabbed him in the heart.
Entonces después agarró el machete porque mi hijo se deslizó y se cayó.
Franklin's wife of 3 years says she had just started lunch with him before he left home that afternoon, never imagining it would be the last time she saw her husband alive. She recalls the ongoing tension with Chavo, who says was well known in the area for repeated thefts.
Me llamaron para decirme que él estaba muerto. Yo no lo podía creer porque acababa de estar acá en la casa.
They called me to tell me that he was dead. I couldn't believe it because he had just been here at the house when they told me he had passed away. And I said, no, it can't be. But he had just left and went to confront that man who had stolen his father's things. The other guy didn't give him a chance. He just pulled out a knife and stabbed him. I only know him as Chavo. I only know that they called him Chavo. I couldn't tell you because I don't know his real name. Santiago, now that I remember. They call him Santiago, but they used to call him Chavo. But they had already said that he was stealing and breaking into houses to rob them. He always carried a machete or knife.
Pero él ya habían dicho que andaba robando, metiéndose a las casas a robar y siempre andaba machete o andaba cuchillo.
His sister arrived at the scene before police and found her nephew, Franklin's son, in shock. She also wants the police to know her brother was not under the influence of alcohol when the incident happened and insists the attack was fueled by Chavo allegedly stealing their father's work tools.
Mi hermano estaba en sus 5 sentidos, mi hermano no andaba tomado. Y hace 9 años nosotros salimos de nuestro país, El Salvador, huyendo de violencia.
My brother was in his right mind. My brother was not drunk. 9 years ago, we left our country, El Salvador, fleeing violence. We sought refuge here in Belize. My brother felt so good. My brother liked fishing. He was a hard-working man, a man who didn't mess with anyone, and anyone who knew him knows what kind of man he was. So I asked for justice. I demand justice. I demand justice because this cannot be allowed to stand because any other family could go through this situation and this pain is a great pain. I would not wish this on anyone. May God have mercy on us and help us and may justice be done.
The family is relying on the justice system to hold the suspect accountable. Tanya Arceo, 4 News 5.
The Commissioner of Police, Dr. Richard Rosado, has confirmed that officers responded to a fatal stabbing in Bella Vista Village on Tuesday afternoon. He says the incident arose from what he described as a misunderstanding over stolen items. 40-year-old Franklin Arraigned de Alas was killed during the confrontation, and police have since detained one man in connection with the case. Dr. Rosado says investigators are gathering statements and evidence to determine the exact circumstances surrounding the dispute.
Yesterday, sometime after midday, police responded to a fatal stabbing incident in Bella Vista Village. Our initial investigation revealed that 2 individuals had a misunderstanding, which subsequently resulted to a physical altercation and to the stabbing death of one of the individuals. The person have since been detained. The weapon used have been seized, and we are presently compiling the file, and it will be forwarded to the Director of Public Prosecution for her advice. From what we understand, that the deceased had approached the suspect over an item that he believed he may have stolen from him.
Police aren't ruling out murder in Monday evening's grim discovery of a badly decomposed body in Ladyville. The family of 25-year-old Joshua Martel from Lord's Bank believe it's him. They recognized a necklace and the body's size. But investigators are holding off on confirming anything just yet. They say more evidence is needed to officially identify the remains and determine how he died.
Well, we're treating that as a death investigation for now, pending the outcome of the postmortem. The family believe that that's the individual, but a definite determination needed to be made through the DNA.
Okay, and how long can we expect that to take, the DNA result?
I will have to confirm that with the National Forensic Science Services Lab.
Last Friday, we brought you the troubling story of a deadly encounter between a civilian and an off-duty officer. That civilian, Darnell Arnold, reportedly showed up at the Santa Elena home of police officer Leonel Urbina, allegedly with the intent to harm him. In response, Urbina fired a shotgun, killing Arnold on the spot. But now serious questions are surfacing. Was that shotgun even licensed? And could this attack be linked to Urbina's alleged involvement in the stabbing death of Kevin DePaz in Keycocker? We put those questions to Commissioner of Police Dr. Richard Rosado.
All I would say for now that the incident did occur and the matter is under investigation. We do know that the target was a police officer.
And was the firearm that was used at the time, was it illegal?
We do know that a pump action shotgun was used, and the investigators are trying to ascertain if the person had a license for the firearm.
Because we've been made to understand that it's kind of been scratched off, and so would you be able to confirm or deny that?
Not to my knowledge, but I do know that it's part of the investigation to ascertain the ownership of the shotgun.
It's been over a month since the brutal double murder of Evadne Jones and her son Luke Jones in Belize City, and police are still searching for answers. The July 5th tragedy shocked the community, and tonight investigators remain tight-lipped about any leads. Commissioner of Police Dr. Richard Rosado says they're working tirelessly to identify those responsible. But so far, no breakthrough. Here's what he told reporters earlier today.
Well, I do know that the investigators are still trying to put together the evidential material that they have collected. They are still trying to establish who the individuals who are responsible for the shooting. So it's still an ongoing investigation.
And in terms of Pato Jones, have you guys made connection with him? Any update on that?
Well, we do know that he is in the U.S. We have not confirmed if he has returned back to Belize, but we do believe that he's still in the U.S.
Here's a serious warning from law enforcement. Police are stepping up their efforts to tackle the illegal possession of knives, a response to a growing number of stabbing and chopping incidents across the country. In Belize, carrying a knife with a blade longer than 3 inches between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. or during public events is strictly prohibited unless you have a lawful reason. Violators could face fines up to $500 or even 6 months behind bars. Commissioner of Police Dr. Richard Rosado says he's issued firm instructions to commanders to crack down on offenders. So if you're heading out tonight, think twice before packing a blade.
Well, any incident that involves violence is of concern to us, and I have mentioned to my commanders that we need to ensure that we target most those edge instruments, especially at night or during the time that it is not permitted to be. But it is of concern to us once it's involved violence. This is of concern to us.
Coming up, Paul Rosado denies family ties in fatal crash probe. More when we return.
Yo, what's up, bro? Good, man. This Western Union mom's a little money using DigiWallet. Uncle in the States, paid me too. Same app using DigiWallet. Bro, this is too easy. I can do this from anywhere. No lines, no hassle, just easy. All right, gotta run, bro. Take it easy.
Get ready for a night of pure carnival magic on Saturday, August 23rd, 2025. The Belize Civic Center transforms into a spectacle of color and creativity for the King and Queen competition, celebrating 50 years of carnival in Belize. Pre-judging begins at 5 p.m. Showtime starts at 7 p.m. sharp. Admission is only $15 for adults and $5 for kids. Witness giant, jaw-dropping costumes come alive on stage and feel the energy of live performances by Kenny Gladden and the New Generation Band. This is Golden Dreams, vibrant streets, 50 years of mass and celebration, bigger, brighter, and unforgettable.
Rosetón presenta Los Cumbia Kings.
Mi dulce niña.
Cumbia Kings en concierto. Este 30 de agosto en el Estadio del Pueblo, Orange World Belize, los Cumbia Kings en vivo.
No tengo dinero ni nada que dar.
No te pierdas el concierto del año que te hará bailar como nunca. General 150, VIP 200 y Platino $350. Boletos a la venta en la aplicación WePass, disponible en Android y iPhone. También con Orange Drag con cuellos, Shell One Stop, María's Café, Lifestyle Beauty Salon y WSK Call Center al 611-3677. Amor Turquesa, Boutique Belmopá. Gracias al patrocinio de
BTV, Mechas, Cuellos, Lock and Loaded, Mark Production, Quick Pass, Lighthouse,
Instituto Nacional de Cultura e Historia y Smart Belize.
The investigation into a tragic road accident that claimed the life of police constable Arsenio Cruz is still unfolding. As we reported, DJ and businessman Chris Rosado turned himself in shortly after the July 27th incident. But so far, police haven't said whether he'll be facing any charges. Adding to the public speculation is the fact that Rosado shares a surname with Commissioner of Police, Dr. Richard Rosado. But the Compol has made it clear there's no family connection and no favoritism. He says the law will take its course, no matter who's involved.
I do know that the investigators have collected certain evidential material, they have collected video footage, and I do know that they have collected samples that are forwarded to the forensic lab, and we are waiting for determination from the forensic lab before the file is forwarded back to the DPP office for her advice.
And Compol, how would you respond to individuals that are saying that it's your cousin? That's why charges aren't being pressed as yet.
Not because someone bear the same surname, they are related. We bear the same surname, but we are not related.
All right, so you are saying on the record you guys are not related?
I have never met the individual before. I have never seen the individual except for when it was shown on the TV. I have never had any discussion with that individual.
45-year-old Denton Flowers of Consuelo Street, Belize City, was arraigned this morning before Magistrate Ludlow Black on a single charge of abetment to commit robbery. Police say Flowers confessed to picking up two men at the corner of Dean Street and Amara Avenue and transporting them to the West Landiver area just moments after a brazen heist unfolded in the heart of the city. The robbery occurred around 10:45 a.m. on Monday at the busy intersection of Regent and Bishop Streets. According to police, two men dressed in orange reflective vests and fisherman hats blocked the path of 42-year-old Samuel Shaw, a messenger of Doonies, as he rode his motorcycle. One of the men reportedly pulled a firearm, cocked it, and demanded Shaw's sling bag containing $20,500 in cash. Shaw complied, and the robbers fled the scene on bicycles. But their escape didn't go unnoticed. Police reviewed surveillance footage from their camera room and spotted the suspects entering a yard at Amara Avenue and Dean Street before boarding a white Isuzu Rodeo, allegedly driven by Flowers. Based on the footage and Flowers' own admission, investigators charged him with aiding and encouraging the commission of the robbery. At his arraignment, Flowers appeared unrepresented and was denied bail. He was informed that he may apply for bail through the High Court. For now, Denton Flowers is remanded to the Belize Central Prison until October 9th, as the investigation continues into what police believe was a coordinated getaway. Minister Henry Charles Usher hosted top UN reps in Belmopan yesterday to strengthen Belize's partnership with the United Nations. The high-level meeting focused on disaster preparedness, good governance, and aligning national efforts with global development goals. UN Resident Coordinator Raul Salazar and Deputy Michael Lund joined Usher to explore new projects that could bring real benefits to Belizeans. National Emergency Coordinator Daniel Mendez also emphasized the need to include emergency planning in future initiatives. All parties left the meeting committed to working together and keeping communication strong as Belize tackles climate challenges and modernizes public services. After the break, peak outsourcing I-300 hires as U.S. bill threatens BPO growth. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
Los nuevos diseños de los billetes beliceños han sido presentados al público. Pero, ¿por qué solo 2 figuras nacionales aparecen en los billetes? Las personas honradas en estos nuevos billetes han recibido la más alta distinción de Belice, la Orden del Héroe Nacional. Hasta enero de 2025, solo 2 personas han sido galardonadas con este título. El muy honorable George Cattle Price, considerado el padre de la nación, quien fue el primer ministro de Belice y un líder reconocido en nuestro camino hacia la independencia, y el honorable Philip Stanley Wilberforce Golson, uno de los miembros con más años de servicio en la Cámara de Representantes, conocido por su postura inquebrantable en la protección y preservación de Belice. Al presentar a estos héroes, honramos sus invaluables contribuciones al desarrollo de nuestra nación. Nueva imagen, mismo valor, legado de héroes. Para obtener más información, visite www.centralbank.org.bz. Un comunicado del Banco Central de Belice.
Of appliances that just don't last, appliances that just can't keep up, it's time for a change. GE Appliances delivers reliability, innovation, and performance you can trust. The decision is easy. Don't settle for less. Choose quality, choose reliability, choose GE. Paid for by homeowners who demand better appliances.
Belize City residents, get ready for a faster, smarter, cashless way to ride the e-bus. Just tap your prepaid card, powered by DigiWallet, and you're on your way. It's that easy. Here's how it works. When you tap your card, 1 green light blinks for senior citizens, 2 green lights for students, and 3 green lights for our VIP customers. Need a top-up? You can secure a card and recharge anytime at these convenient DigiWallet agent locations. DigiStore, Regent Street. Juni's Limited, 57 Albert Street. Belize Chamber of Commerce, 4792 Pony Drive. Digi Signature Store, Mirab Philip Golson Highway. Joe's Meat Shop, 28A Central American Boulevard. Go Wireless, West College Canal. Toto's Store, 15 Orange Street, or via the DigiWallet app. As you embark on this journey, remember, every ride is a step toward a greener, more sustainable future for Belize City. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Center for the Performing Arts presents Brother David and the Tribal Vibes live in concert. This is Brother David like you've never seen him before for one night only. Friday, August 15th at 7:30 p.m. Don't miss this rare performance from a true Belizean legend. Enjoy the songs you know and love, reimagined, remixed, and live on the Bliss stage. featuring Afro-Caribbean sound. To Florid Denise Garifuna Dance Group. Tickets general $15, reserved $30, premium $40. Cash bar and light snacks will be on sale. Call 227-2110 or visit the Bliss Box office today. Experience the legacy. Brother David, live.
Vote for your favorite KTV contestant by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number, and send it to Smart Code 585. Here are this week's contestants.
Yes, love changes everyone. Live or perish in its flame. Love will never let you be the same.
When we dance, you have your way with me. Stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes, they see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak.
Since you push my life aside, I'm out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you. Never be enough. Tons of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough. Never be enough.
Remember, voting ends on Sunday at midnight, and don't forget to tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on Greater Belize Media.
Belize is on the move. The coastal road is now powered by Digi's ever-expanding 4G LTE advanced network. Now you can stream that music, track that storm, or stop to send that file. Digi 4G LTE has got you covered. Digi, leading Belize's digital transformation.
When we hear about Belize's growing economy, the tourism and agriculture industries are typically credited with the rise. But one sector has been booming in recent years: business process outsourcing. The BPO sector plays a vital role in driving down unemployment rates. But a new U.S. bill is now posing a threat to Belize. It's called the Keep Call Centers in America Act of 2025. And if passed, call centers based in the U.S. would lose access to federal loans and grants. So what does this mean for Belize? We sought to answer that very question in this week's edition of the 5-Point Breakdown. Here's News 5's Brittany Gordon with that report.
Are you ready to elevate your career? Peak Outsourcing is hiring. Join our dynamic team as a customer service rep.
Peak Outsourcing wants you on their team. The Belize-based call center is aiming to hire 300 Belizeans by the end of 2025, and so far, they're growing steadily. But there's a potential roadblock. A new U.S. bill, the Keep Call Centers in America Act, is threatening to shake up the outsourcing industry. Introduced last month, the bill aims to keep jobs in the U.S. by limiting federal perks like grants and loans for companies that outsource overseas. Why the push? According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, America could lose around 150,000 call center jobs to foreign markets by 2033. To break it all down, we spoke with Sab Badi, CEO of Global.com, another Belize-based BPO.
what it's basically entailing is just the companies that are using call centers abroad, which is basically almost all the companies out there. The outsourcing is needed 100%. It's not an industry that's going to survive in America. And at the end of the day, they just need to basically present it to say that publicly we are using another company outside of America for it. And it makes it more difficult for them to get accepted for federal government loans.
The bill proposes that all call centers outsourcing employees be listed as ineligible for new grants and loans, and employers with existing awards must pay a monthly penalty. It further calls for agencies to give preference to U.S. employers that do not appear on the list when awarding contracts. So what does this mean for Belize? Executive Director of Beltrade, Ishmael Quiroz, says it's unclear what the direct impact will be on Belize at this time.
It's certainly something that we need to monitor with concern to see how things pan out. We know that things are generally fluid in this regard in terms of the various policies coming out of the U.S. So certainly looking at it carefully. However, in discussing closely with the sector, we understand that Belize doesn't necessarily stand to be directly impacted, at least not immediately. There are ways in which we are protected. For example, the fact that most of our BPOs are private entities and not necessarily dependent or accessing federal funding, and other aspects in terms of the diversification of their clientele.
There are about 18,000 Belizeans formally employed in the BPO sector, a number that's rising each year. But with new changes on the horizon, some folks are starting to ask, is now really the right time to jump in? Naim Palanca, talent acquisition specialist at Peak Outsourcing, isn't too concerned about the bill.
One of the positive things we have here in Belize is that most of our BPOs are private. They are based in the Philippines, for most of them. I believe that what the U.S. is trying to do is just cut on the federal grant companies who are having access to that federal grant and ensuring that they can actually get back those jobs into the U.S. because they're getting federal grants. But I don't foresee Belize being affected much because most of our companies are private owned and based somewhere else rather than in the U.S.
AI is changing the game, and fast. The new U.S. bill wants companies to report job losses tied to AI in customer service, especially for federal call center work. But Victoria Tun, Director of Talent at Protel, says humans aren't going anywhere just yet. She believes Belize has a unique edge in outsourcing, even as tech evolves.
They come to us because of our English language. Right? We have that as our strength. When you're going out to these other regions, you get the labor at a cheaper market, but yet you have to pay for the AIs to add on the SANAS and the other programs, the robotic programs to cover the accent neutrality. And that is where their expenses going.
According to the Belize BPO Association, U.S. companies are unlikely to shift operations back home, simply because it's too expensive to run call centers stateside. Still, the government of Belize isn't taking any chances. It's investing in the sector to prepare for global changes and transition into a full-fledged global digital service hub. One major initiative, backed by the IDB, is training 50 BPO professionals in high-demand skills like cybersecurity, data analysis, and UI design. Franz Smith, policy officer at the Investment Policy and Compliance Unit, says that's just the beginning. He shares more on how Belize is gearing up to future-proof its outsourcing industry.
The first consultancy was along the lines of trying to prepare the policies and the strategies to go into more of the creative part of the global digital services, ranging from things like architecture in the more technical side, on towards also things like animation, music, publishing, design, on the more orange side, no? But so basically, we're trying to create a policy that will allow more diversification.
Industry stakeholders are keeping an eye on new developments coming to the industry, but are confident that with support of the government and the public, the sector will continue to thrive for many years to come. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
When we return, Belize tackles travel advisories with new safety strategy.
Alright, on the one fun day on, the window open and the light they turn off. It looks like you listen to me, Jamie.
Not only that, I even get a new coffee mug. We keep my coffee hot all day.
I'm impressed. You don't look like you're so hard, yes?
Better than that, BL can change my meter to one of their new smart meter. They call it the AMI.
Oh, I hear about it on TV from BL. How do you know?
Yes, man. They don't reach the man buy to change it right now. Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, I'm almost done here.
So now when you reach my area?
We're upgrading meters across Belize, house by house, business by business. Always look out for BL logo, uniforms, and IDs. BL will make you know when we're in the area. The EMI meter rollout is a part of BL strategy to modernize our energy services.
You don't need to come in at my house, right?
Come in at your house, boss, only if you got something good for you.
BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Hola mamá, ¿cómo estás? Te acabo de enviar dinero por Western Union usando DigiWallet. ¿Usted puede creer que mi tía en México me pagó por la misma aplicación usando DigiWallet? ¡Qué bien! Sí mamá, y es facilísimo. Lo puedo hacer desde donde sea, sin filas y sin estrés. Todo fácil. Bueno mamá, te dejo, cuídate mucho.
Get ready for back to school with Benny's B-Books. We have limited edition Benny's exercise and composition books, just in time for the new school year. Get 6 composition books for 5 B-Bucks and 12 exercise books for only 2 B-Bucks. Benny's and B-Books, getting you ready for back to school.
We are ready for back to school. Are you?
unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Aiwa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Aiwa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Aiwa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Aiwa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Aiwa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Oh man, one more stroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data, so you can scroll till your fingers cramp.
Enjoy free social media data now included in our Flex Choice and Select postpaid plans.
Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
The Downtown Super Sale is back and bigger than ever. We're kicking it off with the 2025 Back to School edition on Saturday, August 16th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So, stock up on everything you need for the new school year with unbeatable deals from the Angeles Press, A&R, Golden Bay, The Stationery House, Debari, DigiWallet, Smart, Cygertronic System, Cellular World, Full Tech System, and more. Need uniforms? Stop in at Mikado, Brody's, Swami's, and the original Little Melchor. While shopping, enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, a free kids zone, and live entertainment all day long. Want to showcase your product at the event? Contact our public relations department at 280-2308 or WhatsApp 673-9055. It all happens on Saturday, August 16th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Albert Street. Bring the entire family. This is an event you won't want to miss. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Security matters to all of us, but when it comes to tourism, it's absolutely critical. In a country like Belize, where the economy leans heavily on visitors, safety can make or break the industry. That's why the Belize Tourism Board rolled out a brand new national tourism safety strategy this morning in Belize City. It's all about keeping guests safe while they explore our beautiful country. News 5's Paul Lopez has the full story.
Tourism is big business in Belize, and keeping visitors safe is key to keeping that business thriving. That's why the Belize Tourism Board, working alongside law enforcement, has launched a bold 5-year plan to boost security across the country. In the past, travel advisories from countries like the US and Canada have raised concerns about safety here. But instead of dodging the issue, the BTB is tackling it head-on. This morning in Belize City, they unveiled their National Tourism Safety Strategy. According to BTB's security specialist Herman Blees, the plan brings all law enforcement agencies together to create a safer, more secure experience for every visitor.
Tourists can come to Belize and feel safe, that while they're here and they're staying and enjoying their vacation, that together, the tourism security forces, the police department, the BDF, the Coast Guard, we are all working in tandem to make sure that tourists come, feel safe, and enjoy their stay while they're in Belize.
It took 2 years of listening, really listening, to voices from across the tourism industry. Now, a small but focused committee of 6 has turned those conversations into action. After hearing concerns from stakeholders nationwide, they've created a strategy aimed squarely at improving safety for visitors. That plan, launched today, is the backbone of Belize's new National Tourism Safety Strategy.
Whether they're having lighting issues, whether they're having safety issues, they're having hotspots that makes tourists unsafe, we look at all of those, then we come back to the table and we sit down and we discuss all of those threats to the industry, and then we start developing the strategy from there.
The Belize Police Department is playing a critical role in the implementation of the strategy. Outside of the plan, BTB receives monthly reports from the police. Those records have been instrumental in developing the security strategy.
The police department plays an integral role because we are the primary law enforcers when it comes to in terms of maintaining law and order and ensuring the security of the tourists.
As part of the first phase of implementation, a new officer has been appointed to head the tourism police unit.
Well, the commander designate is Assistant Superintendent Zenebio Kok. He will assume command on August the 15th of this year, and what I do believe is that he comes with a background from the community policing unit, because they have been working with the community policing unit for the past 15 years. The tourism strategic plan speaks about developing collaboration, working with stakeholders, working with our partner agency. So I believe he would be an asset for us in implementation of the tourism security strategic plan.
One of the big concerns that came up during the national consultation was the growing number of unlicensed tour guides offering services to visitors. Sure, they often charge less, but that lower price can come at a high cost. According to Belize, many of the incidents involving tourists happen when they link up with people who aren't following the rules. It's a risk the new strategy aims to tackle head on.
One of the challenges we have as a tourism board are those tour operators and tour guides who try to circumvent regulations, operating without a license, picking up tourists and take them on tours. And then there are also the issues, sometimes tourists want cheaper services, so they look for the person out there that is not regulated. And I want to say to them, that's not the correct thing to do. A lot of our incidents stem from our guests working with people who are not following regulations.
A review of the strategy will be conducted in a year's time to determine what is working and where adjustments can be made. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Just days after announcing its upcoming launch in Belize, Spirit Airlines is facing tough questions about its financial health. The budget-friendly carrier, known for offering flights as low as $85 to the United States, is now dealing with serious money troubles, just 5 months after bouncing back from bankruptcy. The airline's future seemed shaky, with talk of possible layoffs and fewer flights. That raised eyebrows locally. How realistic is a Belize launch if the company's barely staying afloat? In response, Spirit CEO Dave Davis released an open letter assuring the public that the airline isn't going anywhere. He says the leadership team is making bold changes, focusing on stronger markets and cutting routes that aren't working. Davis insists these moves will help Spirit stay true to its mission of offering unbeatable value to travelers. Meanwhile, the Belize Tourism Board says the November launch is still on track. So for now, Belizeans can still look forward to affordable flights while keeping a close eye on Spirit's next move. 10 young Belizeans are getting a major boost this year thanks to a scholarship program that's helping them stay in school and off the streets. The initiative, led by the Community Policing Unit and its partners, covers everything from tuition and uniform to books, so students can focus on their studies without worrying about the costs. We caught up with ACP Howell Gillett, head of the Community Policing Unit, who shared his excitement about the program and its impact. One of the recipients also spoke with us, clearly proud and grateful for the opportunity.
These children are not sponsored by anybody, so we have to go out and find them, and because maybe they would not have been able to continue their studies, and we want more children in schools. Many studies have been done, and it shows that the longer a child stays in school, the lower the chances are of that child becoming a criminal or being involved in criminal activities. So for us at the Community Policing Unit and at the Belize Police Department, we are hell-bent on getting as much children as we can to go to school or to continue school. It is the finest way of any crime-fighting measure. It's preventative, it's strategic, So we feel so good today. We are thankful to all the sponsors. We are thankful to our community policing officers who went out and saw the need for these children. It's a pity for us that we cannot do all the children, but it comes at a cost. But we are doing the very best we can, and we hope that with this interview and other community members will see that it is so important, and they will join us in getting more children enrolled in schools.
The scholarship from the Belize Police Youth Cadet Corps has helped me a lot to take my mind off of this fees from school and to help me focus on getting good grades and trying to be better for my mom and for my school and my grades.
Are you excited to go to a new school?
A little bit. It's a new change and I'm ready for it.
It's all part of a bigger push to invest in Belize's youth and build safer, stronger communities, one student at a time. Up next, NBA trainer Tilton joins BPBL push for elite basketball.
Kyle, are you ready? This Monday, August 18th, the Open Your Eyes Country Tour is coming to you live from Cajal Pet Resort in San Ignacio, Kyle, where we'll bring the vibes, the culture, and the stories that make this jewel shine. Come meet your favorite hosts, showcase your local business, enjoy live music, food, crafts, giveaways, and be part of the spotlight. It's a day to celebrate culture, explore history, and shine a light on the Cayo district like never before. Open Your Eyes Country Tour, powered by Digi. Don't miss it.
Rosetón presenta Los Cumbia Kings. Los Cumbia Kings en concierto. Este 30 de agosto en el Estadio del Pueblo, Orange World Belize. Los Cumbia Kings en vivo. No tengo dinero y nada que dar. No te pierdas el concierto del año que te hará bailar como nunca. General 150, VIP 200 y Platino $350. Boletos a la venta en la aplicación QuiPass, disponible en Android y iPhone. También con Orange Drag con cuellos, Shell One Stop, María's Café, Lifestyle Beauty Salon y WSK Call Center al 611-3677. Amor Turquesa, Boutique Belmopá. Gracias al patrocinio de
BTV, Mechas, Cuellos, Lock and Loaded, Mark Production, Quick Pass, Lighthouse,
Instituto Nacional de Cultura e Historia y Smart Belize.
There's so many different factors which can impact on your digestive system because there's a very strong connection between your intestinal tract and your central nervous system or your brain. So your digestive system is sometimes referred to as your second brain, your second nervous system, because the connections are very strong between the two and one can impact it very heavily on the other one.
A message that I want persons to take away is that food is to be enjoyed, but because of the high risk of non-communicable diseases in our region, we're finding that food plays a factor in contributing to that. And if we can start by cutting down even the starchy foods, that makes a difference.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Cayo, we have exciting news for you. RFNG Life Insurance is now officially in your town. Now, you can visit our office to pay your life insurance premiums or speak to our dedicated agent, Mayeli, about securing your future with the right coverage.
Hi, my name is Mayeli Hoy, your designated agent here at RFNG Life in the Cayo District. I'm here to help you explore your options, answer your questions, and find the perfect policy for you and your loved one.
Whether you're looking for life insurance, critical illness coverage, or future saving plans, we've got you covered. Take the first step towards securing a stable and prosperous financial future for you and your family. RFNG Life Insurance, now in Cayo. And don't miss our upcoming health fair on July 19, 2025, happening at the Cayo Welcome Center from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come on out and learn more about how we can support your journey to a healthier and more secure future.
Get ready for a night of pure carnival magic on Saturday, August 23rd, 2025. The Belize Civic Center transforms into a spectacle of color and creativity for the King and Queen competition, celebrating 50 years of carnival in Belize. Prejudging begins at 5 p.m. Showtime starts at 7 p.m. sharp. Admission is only $15 for adults and $5 for kids. Witness giant, jaw-dropping costumes come alive on stage and feel the energy of live performances by Kenny Gladden and the New Generation Band. This is Golden Dreams, vibrant streets, 50 years of mass and celebration, bigger, brighter, and unforgettable.
KTV contestant by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number and send it to smart code 585. Here are this week's contestants.
Yes, love changes everyone. Live or perish in its flame. Love will never let you be the same.
You have your way with me, stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes, they see only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak.
Since you push my life aside, I'm out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you, hopelessly devoted to you. Never be enough. Tons of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough. Never be enough.
Remember, voting ends on Sunday at midnight, and don't forget to tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on Greater Belize Media.
Easy, accessible, safe, yours. Digi Wallet, easy, accessible, safe, yours.
NBA skills trainer and player development specialist Jake Tilton is in the country, teaming up with the Belize Premier Basketball League to help shape a world-class basketball experience. Tilton touched down last Friday and hasn't wasted a minute. He's been courtside at BPBL games, chatting with coaches and referees, and even hitting the gym with players. Today we sat down with Tilton to hear his thoughts on Belize's basketball potential and what it will take to elevate the game to the next level.
I think right now, from what I've seen, is that we're in an area where we're starting to redo the foundation and get players where we need to go. So the biggest thing is going to be helping development of the coaches to understand systems and trends within the game of basketball that we're seeing in the United States as well as Europe and Asia, getting them on par with the rest of the world, getting officials developed so where they can feel like they can own the game and call the game and make sure that they're making the product so it doesn't boil over and we don't have heated big arguments. Obviously at times in sports there is a lot of passion that comes with that, but you can't have coaches and outside sources kind of infiltrating and creating distractions besides the game itself. And then I think a big part of this is going to be attacking youth development, helping players as young as 12U, 14U, 15U start to develop good habits instead of just playing basketball, but really getting into detailed training where we can work on the footwork and the finishing techniques and the shooting techniques and the ball handling and have them understand the IQ of the game is where we want to really go to help produce. Because once they start learning at a younger level, then as they get older, they're more developed and they're more skilled, they understand the game. And then because of that, when they start coming on at U21 into professionalism, even making a push for something like the Olympics, they're going to be on par skill-wise with the world. And that's the goal, is just to develop. We're at the base right now, I think, through multiple discussions with the commissioners and the owners of the league and coaches and officials and even the president of the federation, is that we need to start putting in more development for everyone around the game of basketball to help produce more opportunities for those in the country.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.